Hello and welcome to Nomeregard's journey. Today we are going to be doing some leveling. Last episode we fought Gornair and we barely scathed our way through it without our Jane's Veil. So before we do Trachanon, I would like to get 60. Now I don't think we need 60 to kill Trachanon, but I feel like having this specific AA, Fear Resistance 4, will grant us immunity to fear and kind of just simplify some things in the fight, because the fight will make us blind, we'll be banished, it'll be just a total mess going on. And with fear resistance, we don't have to worry about getting feared anymore. So let's get a random zone. So we're gonna do we're 55. We're gonna do 55 to 60, skipping Eldons. Torgiran Mines. Torgiran Mines. Where the hell is this? See, this is Otis. It's here. It's somewhere in this map. No, it's not. Oh, okay. I'm losing my mind here. Zone guide. Torgiran. There it is. Southeast Anatonica. All right, nowhere near where I thought it was. So this is Southeast Anatonica. Oh, it's down here in this little area here. All right, so Dulax Harbor. All right, perfect. All right, let's look here. None of these are daily zones. All right. Let's go. So, Plane of Knowledge to Gulf of Gunthark to Dulac Harbor to Torgiran Mines. Easy enough, right? I feel like we've been to this zone before, so it should be familiar. But we'll figure it out here. So let's, we figured it out together how to get there. Let's figure out the path forward. So we're going to go over here. I'm going to illusion up so we get our buff. And we're good to go. I don't think we need much else. I have Call Darkness and Shroud on, so we should be fine as we make our way through this. So this seems like we're going to jump in the water, swim across to Dulac Harbor, and then Dulac Harbor, somewhere there is a zone line to the mines. Right, let's see here. If we jump in the water down here. I feel like this feels different. Like it feels like I'm at a different spot, right? Like I felt like it started us closer over there before, but I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I just like went the wrong way. All right, my swimming skill is absolutely terrible, so I'm just gonna swim and we'll cut this through. All right, once you get on the shore here, you just run up on the beach. Now, I did pop an invis potion while I was running, and we're just going to kind of run through here. Now, there is undead in this general area, so regardless, you're going to probably get aggro from something. You can see there's undead. There's a pestilent troll zombie right there. But they're all low level, so you're not going to have much to worry about. Now we're going to run through these caves here, and we just need to get to this zone line. We will be coming back here. I noticed there is 2 raids in this expansion that I've never done. Actually, there's probably more than 2, but I saw 2 that I was interested in. So we'll probably come back and make some attempts on these raids at some point in time. I don't know what level. Really, everything's kind of fluid, right? I kind of want to level more than I want to do the raids right now because of the experience bonus, and then come back and circle through and do the raids. But at the same time, I like the challenge of doing, Gornair at 55 with just the crappiest loot in the world, so it's definitely a trade-off here and there for whatever thing, right? So We'll figure it out. What is this guy as a guard? I'm losing my voice if it doesn't sound good. I don't know what happened. It's like about the storm or something. And whenever that happens, I lose my voice. It's getting pretty bad. All right. Should be able to go up right straight through here. Now this is a nice little zone for leveling at you know, I guess the 30s. So it's a nice zone. I mean, I prefer Guck because you know you got a lot of mobs in Guck and whatnot. So there's this, you know, it just depends on where you want to go, right? If you want to kill these. Now these give you a variety of mob types, which can help you with your Bane Slayer achievements, all that stuff. So you kind of like, you know, you're always making a choice, right? It's always a choice between, you know, progressing your character or getting best experience, you know, and sometimes those do not align in the correct way that you would assume. All right, and we're now in Dolak Harbor, and where are you at, Torgiran Mines? I truly can't tell how to get there. I think it's Lihura. Let's do Brewall's map, maybe. All right, it is not ladder to mine right there. All right, it's in that building right there. Let's pop in a biz potion just in case. Now this is a fantastic zone too. There's lots of mobs, but I think if you watch one of my videos from the hero's journey, it's hard to get a lot of the mobs like all stacked up to AoE them down. So it's, you know, it's everything's a choice, and you know most things, right? Like it's a good zone, but you might get better experience elsewhere. All right, so it seems like it's just a straight shot right over here. Didn't even know there was a zone line up here. Kind of cool. You know, it's almost hidden, right? Like if you didn't know it was there, you probably would never even know it was there, right? All right. We're at the Torgiran. Yeah, Torgiran Mines. I'm gonna go with that. Torgiran Mines. I don't know whatever I was saying before, but there we go. So there is another zone in from over here, and I think that's the zone in I've taken before. I don't know what level these are. So these are indifferent, so let's find something that's a little higher level. I got mesmerized by the physics engine right there. This gnome likes the trolls. Alright, let's go through here. These are all light blue and not worth any of our time, so let's keep going up this way maybe. The light blue, I'm not going to waste my time on those. It says I can get all the way to level 60 in this zone, and I'm not doing that with light blues, I'll tell you that right now. There's a blue, there's a blue, there's a blue, there's a blue. All right, let's cross the bridge here. Oh, geez, it's lava. All right. We got here more blues, more blues. These guys are giants. All right, more blues. Let's go on in. All right, what are we dealing with here? Looks like there's a name that can spawn in here. Bodyguard, Broken Skull, Warlord. There's the rare mob. So, all right, let's start here. Let's start with the rare mobs. All right, right off the bat, it looks like aggro range is insignificant. I can actually be in the room and not get attacked, which is fantastic. I still have the healer mercenary out. I think I'm going to swap to a more experienced friendly merc here in just a second. And I still haven't figured out like a nice illusion pet Maybe I could do the Skeletal Knight, but make it a. I think I can do that one as a like a TPS. That might be kind of cool. All right, what do these drop? Silk. Thank you very much. Buckler and sword. Those are junk. We don't want those. All right. There we go. We got our scarecrow out. Let's start chunking through this stuff a little faster now. Let's see here. We have 6, 7 experience potions. Let's go ahead and drink one because I want to get this done. We also need to turn experience back on, so do that also. There we go. We have... Oh, that was a 29-minute experience potion. Where the hell did I get that junk? This one's a 4 hours. All right, so... Wow, we got gypped off there. I don't know where that came from. Get the named. So if we do achievements... what expansion? This is a Keisha, so yeah. We're almost there, so go Torgiran Mines. Yeah, there's a bunch named in here we can work on while we're here, so... Let's just kind of take a look. So next room over, there's a mercenary, so we got this guy. And I think that'll be kind of a nice way to work our way through the zone, just get whatever name we can. And call it a day. We hit 60. These are definitely blue experience, so... Bracer of Forgotten Wars. I mean, what is this? Dragon Hero Bracer? We're gonna loot it. I don't know if it's good or not. And we'll loot that too. Looks like it might be better than the Dragon Hero Bracer, but the Dragon Hero Bracer has resistance, so... Kind of a hard choice there. Alright, over here we got Bloodguard, 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 so no named in this room. Got that, but yeah, I was thinking about it for a while. I know I mentioned it in the video for Gornair, but it's just not being 60 is just going to be a little bit of a pain for doing some stuff. We get some new spells and stuff, so that'll be nice. Oh, you know what I didn't do? I gotta take a break. Here, let's kill this one. And there we go. I cannot level yet. I forgot to do something. There we go, and that. Alright. I had to go and make a video, and now we're back here in the mines, and we can continue. I forgot to make the level 55 video, so we're right back outside. I got attacked by something, so might as well start here. So yeah, this is definitely a nice place. I would hope to see something harder in this area, right? Everything down here is below, let's say 50. And this may be the 50 plus area. I'm not 100% sure yet, but kind of try it and see if we can get down into the bowels of this place. Right, so last when I was working on the video, we were right up in this door here. We came in here, we killed the named there, and then we killed the placeholders here, and they're all still placeholders. So let's clear these ones again. Now I went and got a different mercenary. This is the Ralosian Goblin from Lorian's Song. I tried a lot of them. I have a few, and I felt like this one looked the best out of all of them, even though her face is kind of fugly. But I thought it was the coolest one, and it's small versus. I'll have to show this other one. I got a Swine Tor, I think it was. Now, he looked kind of cool, but he's like ginormous and it seemed kind of annoying since I don't have a shrink. I'll change him out here in a little bit. But, yeah. And I also got a gnome melee DPS somewhere in here. So we might try that out. If I had shrink, I'd probably do the skeleton knight, because I kind of like that one, so... Just depends. What is this? That's a quest item. I don't want... But, yeah, 5%. Ugh, this is a terrible experience compared to what we were getting in the plane of disease. But, we'll hang out for a little while. Maybe 56? Let's see where this goes. I was honestly expecting, 55 to 60 in one video, but I'm not feeling it right now. Not feeling that much progress today, unless these jump up in difficulty. But oh yeah, so right now there's a chrono event going on, right? You can buy a chrono. You click buy now and it takes you to the website. You can't buy it in game for some reason. And it requires you to put two-factor authentication on your account. And for some reason, when I add the secret questions to my account, it errors out and I cannot buy chrono. It is quite hilarious in all honesty. I know I've bought chrono on this guy before, but I guess since they added this two-factor authentication thing, it's just like you can't get past it. I don't know why. Doesn't tell me why. It just says there's an error and we cannot process your request. So it's just like little things like that, you know, kind of limiting me from actually buying anything. I really want to try out the crow illusion or whatever it is and see how that is, but yeah, disappointment to me. All right, we don't want that either. So if we go this way, there's another named down this hallway. Yeah, all the way at the end there. But I'm fairly confident in my decision to get to 60 to continue the raids. I feel like just having Fearless will make the underwater dragon easier, and the I think it'll make Trachanon easier. I think he fears. It's like a blind, a fear, and something else. I know he banishes too, so whatever it is, hopefully it makes it more enjoyable. I don't want whatever that is either. Oh, this is a room full of dudes. Creepy dudes. Look at this, like Cthulhu looking guys, right? But no named. Guess we're not getting a disease dot on these guys. I'm feeling good about some of the changes we're going to be making. So I think I posted a few episodes ago asking, you know, what people's opinions were if I dropped Hobbs and Friends down to 3. So far, everybody seems pretty on board with dropping down to 3. And then I was talking to Blarp, and he was telling me that he boxes 3, right? Beast Lord, Bard, and a Shaman. But he has personaed his characters so that he can play in any of the 3 characters, and they're the same character. In the sense that his Bard is a Shaman and a Beast Lord, and his Shaman is a Beast Lord and a Bard, and his main Beast Lord is a Shaman and a Bard. And so he can go and do raids as a Shaman or as a Beast Lord or whatever. So it's kind of an interesting concept that I'm gonna steal. I think I'm gonna do that with Hobbs and Friends, right? But like 3 of my accounts that I use for Hobbs and Friends right now, like 2 of them are like almost throwaway. That's where the Bard goes. That's where the Shaman goes, right? And to me, that's not as interesting as having, you know, one of my named characters like Tawani, Nomeregard, Hobbs be, you know, be something. So I'm still trying to decide on if I want to do Tawani or Stasi. That's the only decision I have to make. But I think I'm gonna make Nomeregard a shaman. I think he doesn't have a shaman persona now. He doesn't have a. He has the mage persona. So like people are saying I should do Shadow Knight Bard Mage or Shadow Knight Bard Shaman. Now I could see either way, right? Like you know, ooh, 56. Nice. We got triple attack. I could see either way because in certain content I'm not going to need a healer, right? If I'm doing older content, he's literally going to be able to heal himself, right? And it's not going to be necessary. Or if I can just, you know, pop a lightweight you know, mercenary, right? Like a healer mercenary, and just have that plus 2 other mercenary DPS ones, right? I'll be pretty solid. But if you know, if we need the extra healing, we always pop the you know, switch him over to the shaman. So I think that might be kind of the way I'm going to go forward with it. Obviously they're all 118 at the moment, so I'm going to probably level them all up, all the personas up to 120, and we'll then take that, make all the 120 videos. I'll probably do, you know, switch them in and out, right? Like once Hobbs is 125, I can then swap out the other guys to, you know, fill in the, you know, get the personas back up so we can, you know, get all those videos done for the how I play. And then it'll be consolidated down to 3 characters, and I don't have to pay $1,000 a year to play the game. I mean, it's plus the expansions, and I always like buy like the good expansion for Nomeregard, and I always buy the good one for Hobbs, and sometimes I buy it for Tawani. So those are like my main accounts. So I feel like that's probably the confident thing to do. The only downside to that is that Nomeregard is a 0 shaman and Tawani is a 0 bard. Now, what I'm thinking about doing is using the persona on Hobbs as a warrior, because that's something I've wanted to do. I'm going to twink them out, just insanely twink them out, and go from there. I think that might be kind of the way to do, get them caught up, and then once the personas, like, I don't care about the warrior persona, but the other personas can group with like a 120 Shadow Knight, then we swap the characters in and we use Hobbs to power level them up. I think that's kind of like the concept I want to go with, and I can do it over a few videos because it's not gonna take a long time to do. When you're trying to level, it's easy to level. I'll tell you that right now. When you're dicking around in, you know, the mines here, trying, you know, just, you know, having fun, leveling's slower. But when you're like, you know what, I want to level, you know, you load up 10 characters and you have them all ready to do what you need to do, right? So it's you know, different mindset. So definitely kind of the thought process I'm going with. I'm not ready to start doing that yet. I'm having too much fun with just playing one character, Nomeregard here, to even really think about how to logistically start moving that over and stuff like that. But definitely on my short list to resolve, because I do want to finish like all the quests, right? Like this guy's already done most of them, I think. Like if we look at the later stuff, let's see here. He needs to do Lorian's Song. He needs to do Night of Shadow. He needs to do, wait, I got completed Dark Off. He's in Terror of Luckland. He needs to do that. He's got the majority of Torment of Velius done, and he's got, it literally shows nothing, but you can see if I click on these things, he's got enough done to get Jan's Veil. So there's a little bit of work that needs to be done, you know, to get him caught up. And now I think Ring of Scale is complete, minus whatever one I didn't do. No, it looks like I finished Ring of Scale on him. There was one of these zones I didn't do. Partisan of Koshor. Yeah, these, like, this one was like overly tedious, so I gotta go back and do that one. Broken Mirror, I don't think we did this one. Darkened Sea, we didn't do. Didn't do that one. Yeah, we didn't do like anything. Yeah, here we did House of Thule, and we ended up like 120 or 100 and something. I can't remember what it was, and then it was just like no point in not going on to the next expansion. There we go. There's a hole in the floor right there, so I don't know where that takes you, but I guess there's a little it's a little thing right down there below it. All right, so so far this is not that great of an experience, honestly, because these are blue. I'm like, everything over here is blue. I have not, like, we're not getting anything higher level. So this, you know, this might be a bust. I don't know how you would get to 60 here, unless there is like mobs I'm just totally missing. But we came in this way, we went this way, and I know I went through here. There's nothing down there that looked like it was gonna go higher level at all. So definitely an interesting zone. But we'll try it for a little longer. I'd like to. I think we can milk this to 57, but I think that's as far as I want to go with it. And then I'll just change my schedule to add another video or two for getting to 60, which, you know, honestly helps me out more than it hurts me. There we go. And so I've been doing research on items. The best gear we're gonna get until about 75 is Defiant gear. It surpasses the raid gear in almost most categories. Like, there's a few pieces of raid gear that have more AC than the Defiant stuff, but like stat wise, it doesn't. And I'm almost certain we're gonna be AC capped at whatever the soft cap is anyway, at this low level. So that's, you know, shouldn't have to worry about armor. We'll just, you know, take the Defiance we get as we go. Weapons, on the other hand, is a little bit different. There is actually raid weapons that are better than Defiant weapons, which is fantastic, right? Because that gives us something to shoot for. And if we look at the bazaar here, let's see here, primary ratio. Let's just do this, right? So we currently have a 109 ratio. Now, I have it set to 55. Let me move that up to 55. Find items. I give us a few different ones. So, oh, what is this? Worn butt buckle. What the hell is that? So there's like the Palatus Axis Slaughter. It's a little bit of an upgrade. It's a Volak raid weapon. There's finally a goldenrod for sale, which is what I wanted. I'm not paying 100,000 for it. I wonder if somebody saw my video and went and farmed one. The Bloody Berserker Blade. This is another nice one to get, but I might have this in my bag on one of my characters. So I'll have to look into that, because I'm not sure I want to spend these 2 Goudas yet. I was thinking armor and like get a breastplate, but that would just be a waste. What is the Great Staff of 4 Winds here? That's a pretty nice little weapon right there. But I'm kind of waiting until like 60, so I want to kind of save some of these points until 60, because well, then the elaborate kind of gets better, right? That's like 3,000, you know, 59 to 70, so that's going to probably be really good for most of that. So, you know, it's just a little bit of trying to look and see what we can find. And, you know, if we can't find it, I can always, you know, take Hobbs or somebody to go and farm up something better and stuff like that. Just some of the raids like require like work, like to unlock stuff. And I like, if it does that, I really don't care to do it. I'd rather do it on one character. then another. Because right now I use my bard to farm most things because of lockpicking and speed and all the tracking and stuff like that. Let's see here. There's nothing up there to go. We already killed that one. So let's go this way. Alright, this looks good. What do we got down here? We got more blues. I mean, this is a big area. There's 1, 2, 3, 4 named down here. So let's see what we can do. Stunned or something. There we go. What did we lose? We lost. Guess we lost haste. I don't know. Maybe some cleric buffs. But you know, kind of the thought process I have with where we're gonna go with some of this, but I'm not 100% sure yet. I know I have a lot of stuff to kill. Like I was like since I decided decided and realized, right? Like I didn't think that all the raids were listed here. I was trying to find a list, but for some reason Alakazam is no longer in Google, so it's like every time you search for stuff you get like no good results anymore. So it's kind of a lame, but we can use this as the guide of where we need to go, right? And like, you know, we can't do Plane of you know, Sky or Sky or Fear due to mechanics yet, because of the sheer amount of damage that Death Touch does, until we get more heroic stamina and at least 100,000 hit points. I think 110, you know, you feel really safe. And that's not until like 85, maybe even higher in some cases. So definitely something we'll have to look into, but using that as the guide of, you know, what we can go through and do. So obviously I already have some achievements done just from, you know, this character existing for 4 or 5 years, right? But I think what we'll do is we'll just slowly conquer everything, right? Oh, we got intricate sandals. So we'll start getting all those achievements and knocking those out. All right, 57. I don't feel like I want to spend any more time here because the experience is just so slow, even during a 76% experience bonus. So we're 57 now. Next episode, we'll get a new random zone and see how it goes. But thank you very much for watching. And please have a fantastic day.